My apology to both sides of my dichotomy, from whipping trapezoids through the streets for my isosceles. Decipher within circumference who wants it, wanna be obsolete. I think I caught her body deep. She pushing P, and I can tell. Wish me well, throw a Susan B in the wishing well for me. Cause the next words was follow me. Nah, but you pretty, and I wanna hear you sonically. If you don't want a kid star, then what we really working on? Handyman with a broken arm, a broken heart, the coldest part. Her coldest shoulder's what I'm holding on. And that ain't even what I'm focused on. Brandon Bronze to the break of dawn. Wake and bake that early morn. And hit DM in the PM. Barry when it's starry. And sticks when the moon lifts. Floss, make it flip like Acres home. Goddamn, I'm home. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up? This is your boy DM the Most. This is the Left Handed King podcast. I'm just chilling with Elmo. I don't care. That intro sets me off every time. You know what I'm saying? It be setting me off. I'm like, All right. Anyway, that intro set me off every time, y'all. I love it. So today is episode Who Knows? But we titled the episode "You Are What You Eat." You are what you eat. I know y'all see a little different setup today. There's a little different setup. I see you, Gigi. Love you. Kisses to you. We got a different setup today. My man King Barre, he had another engagement. He had a paying engagement. He set out to do some things. So, you know, that's how we do. Sometimes we the left-handed kings. Sometimes we just the left-handed king. So today is just your boy, but we're going to get it popping anyway. So I hope everybody had a great week. This week has been tiring. I'm going to tell y'all what, though. Real talk, on a side note, I got insomnia. I'm an insomniac real hard. And if you know me, you know I'll go for like 2 days straight and then I'll crash and I probably won't hear from y'all shit in a couple of days. I'll be groggy, I'll be tired. So everybody in the podcast or anybody in the podcast, do y'all ever have problems with insomnia? Because I'm like, damn. Like I've talked to a lot of people. They be like, yeah, I got insomnia, man. Man, I went to bed at midnight. I'm like, damn, for real? I'm just jumping in bed and I go to sleep around 2:30, get up around 5, try to wake up when my boo-boo be getting ready for work, but it don't always work like that. She said I was snoring hard today. But I stay perpetually in a zone of no REM. And it always hits me in spurts. It's not every day, but then it like comes in like it'll come at like a month at a time. 2 weeks ago, I had 19 hours worth of sleep. Still did the podcast. This week I did better. I slept better. You know what I'm saying? I got like 24 hours worth of sleep in a 5-day span. So yeah, it be on like that. Welcome everybody. Welcome in. I see a lot of people jumping in here. How y'all doing? I see my man Sober Sport. I see you. Hey, shouts out and prayers goes out to all my California people. My daughter, and my son-in-law, they living out in Cali. My man Sober Sports out in Cali. So shouts out to y'all, everybody out in Cali that's dealing with this storm. It's crazy, man, because like me and my man was making music yesterday. Sober over here on Instagram. Y'all probably don't see him in the comments, but Sober. We was on Instagram yesterday, and this dude showing me a picture. So he's like, man, the fire, this shit crazy. Cause he's like, the fire, bro, the fire looked mad close. It's out of ways, it's out there. So I'm like, yo, let me see the picture. Tell me why this fool showed me a picture. The damn fire was in the next backyard. Talking about it's close. It's close. I'm like, dude, get the hell up out of there. Grab your equipment. You know us as producers and music lovers and creators. We got to get what's important first. So like, get your equipment and then just throw some clothes in the car and take off, bro. So my prayers goes out to everybody out in Cali. My daughter's straight. She's in a good state of mind. Everything's going good out there with her. However, a lot of people lost their homes. So this ain't this week is the hot ticket item. There's a lot of people being misplaced, some people passing away. And my man was telling me that there's a lot of people starting these fires. And I think that's stupid as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you start a fire that's going to like disrupt everybody's lives, cause catastrophe, major money damage, and even take some lives? I don't get it. So, like I said, this week on the podcast, on the Left Handed Kings podcast, we're gonna be talking about nutrition. I got my girl Shanika in here, aka the chicken sandwich maker. She's up in here today. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna bring her. Not yet. We're gonna bring her in here a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? You got me, I'm up in here. You know what I mean? You know, I'm up in here. I'm up in here. We got my girl Shanika. She'll come in a little bit, talk to us about nutrition. And we started talking about this last year about nutrition. Uh, especially in the black community, but all over every community, but more so in the black community because I'm black. Um, and a lot of my family members have been dealing with diabetes or pre-diabetes, or I got high cholesterol. They say I got the cholesterol of a fat man. I ain't that fat, but you know, and I'm like, man, we be eating, you know, you eat crazy. So my story's like this. I don't want to bore y'all to death. So everybody curl up because it's cold outside. Let me give you a story. So one day, right after Christmas, right before COVID hit, that's important to know. 2019, I get up on Christmas night going into the 26th, and I go get up to go take a pee. And so, you know, it ain't nothing. I jump out of bed, go to take a pee. Next thing you know, I wake up. I'm laying on the bathroom floor. My throat hurt. And my wife come running in and tell me, "Are you all right?" And I grab my throat like, "Did you just hit me in the throat?" And so she was like, "Nah, I ain't hit you in the throat." I'm like, "What the?" You know, basically, what happened, I was peeing and I passed out and I clotheslined myself on the clothes hamper. You know, you got the clothes hamper. I fell straight back on up. Well, when I fell, I guess I turned and hit it. So she's like, "You want to go to the ER?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't going to no ER. I'm good." So I said I go in the morning because I was going to work, and my job is it shares the park. It shared the parking lot with the hospital. So I go in there because my voice is hoarse, my throat hurting. I go in there tell a lady, yeah, you know, I just come to get checked out. Uh, I think I clotheslined myself on my clothes basket, and she's like, "Oh, okay." She's all, you know, normal business as usual. She said, "Well, how'd you do it?" I said, "Well, I passed out when I was peeing." They took off, came from around the desk, grabbed a wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair and shit. They pumping my arm as we go into the back. I'm like, all this for a sore neck. They're like, "No, no, sir. You passed out while you was urinating. Do you know what that means?" I'm like, "That I'm a heavy sleeper? I don't know." So she's like, "No, that ain't what it means." That, you know, so she took me in the back. They pumped me up. Come to find out, if y'all know about potassium, my potassium was under 3, which is cause for heart failure or heart attack. So I was at a 2.3 for my potassium. Should have been way over 3. Uh, my my testosterone had went down. I I had hypertension. What else they say? Kidney renal. Oh, they told me I was at stage 3 renal failure. Not disease, but failure. I mean, I was pissing at like a 40, about a 40, around a 40% stream, I guess. I don't know how else to call it. And then they said, come back, you know, the next day. So I went back the next day, and then they sit me down to and so I'm looking for my regular primary care provider. It's this dude in there like, "So, how long have you known you had diabetes?" And I'm like, "What? Diabetes? I ain't no fucking diabetes." You know, I'm tripping out. He said, "No, no, no, yeah, they didn't tell you. Nobody told you." I say, "That shit's going around. There ain't nobody telling me what I got wrong with me." So I had like 3 or 4 different issues going on. They put me in the hospital for 2 days, a couple of days to monitor me because they didn't want nothing to happen. Man, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. And that was December 2019. Going into January, that's when they hit me with the diabetes thing. Uh, they made me come back to the nephrologist when I was going for my kidneys because they thought I was going to have a heart attack. And like, it was crazy, man. And mind you, at this time, I was probably holding on to probably about 215. I was a nice 215 up in there. So your boy had big sausage fingers and shit. I had the gut. All my parents, my wife was taking me up to Men's Warehouse to get all my slacks taken out because I couldn't fit nothing. I'm walking around looking like a fat ass Elvis doll. So I was bloated. My shit was jacked, right? And of course, I was drinking and smoking and eating anything that was fried. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, they started telling me, you know, first of all, they stopped me on all my medication. All my medication stopped. Then they were spoon feeding me the things that was important to me as far as medicine. And so the doctor was like, "Well, I need you to just eat. I need you to eat clean. I need you to start drinking some cranberry juice that helps with your kidney. Drink a lot of water. Don't drink any sodas with color in it, like Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepsi and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Bet." He said, "Good. I'm gonna see you back here on March 25th. March 25th, folks." So I'm like, "Bet. I'll be back. I'll be back, doc. You know, I'm gonna eat clean. You'll see these next few weeks. I'm gonna be right." through my birthday and everything, right? They called me like a week, like a couple of days before. They said it's this thing called the coronavirus or China virus as China virus. You know what I'm saying? It's a really big disease. It's from China, as my man said. It was a really big disease, and they canceled all medical appointments. So I'm calling like, yo, when I'm gonna get my labs and when do I get to come in so you can check my shit, make sure I'm good. And they're like, everything closed, sir. We're gonna get you in there as soon as we can. Fast forward like 7 months. By this time, all I'm eating every day is baked fish, baked chicken, steamed vegetables, rice. Baked chicken, baked fish, steamed vegetables, rice. Like I wouldn't eat, and all I was drinking was water, cranberry juice. You know, did have a couple of shots here and there because I was drinking, but I was drinking, but I basically that's all I was doing. I get back in there, they do my labs, they had me on metformin, they had me on some other shit for my kidneys that they wanted to make sure it's going or whatever. But for the most part, it was my diet. I get back, the doctor said my testosterone came back, so I'm strong like bull again. My cholesterol is still kind of shaky, but it's still high. My potassium went back up, and he's like, you don't have diabetes no more. I'm like, it's just like that, doc. He's like, just like that, you don't have diabetes no more. And he told me straight up, equate it to your diet because your diet had a big part to play with it. I'm pissing at like a 90% again, so I can tear up the back of your toilet seat if I ever visit your house. I'm just kidding. I always lift the seat. I just don't aim straight. So we was talking about it, and King, he's dealing with some stuff, and I was dealing with stuff. Then family members started dealing with things, and we like, man, we need to get up on this nutrition. So the super producer Floss, he's like, man, my wife, she's really good with this nutrition thing. You probably need to talk to her. And so that's where this all came about. And I was like, this will be a good time. We always having a good time and joking, but today I kind of wanted to, get somebody on here that got more sense than I got, that they could talk about it a little bit more than me. I'm not saying she's a doctor or nothing like that, but she got her shit together. So I trust in her, and she makes the best fucking chicken sandwiches I ever had in my life. No disrespect, baby. I know you listening, but them sandwiches is fucking fire. She should sell them straight up. We should put them all in the back of Floss Vet and drive around and sell them chicken sandwiches. Pay for that vet in 2 weeks. You heard? No, anyway. But no, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring her in a minute or whatever. I do want to send some more shout outs. Shout out to my man Back to the Lab for lacing me with the merch. If y'all can see that Back to the Lab hat. He got the trucker hats, he got the sweaters, I got the shirt, he got the t-shirts, and we're gonna have merch for the Back to the Lab. We gotta have merch for the Left-Handed Kings podcast, as well as look for February, folks. February. My man Floss got his podcast coming out. Y'all need to check it out. If y'all love music, and I'm telling you, if y'all like music, y'all think I be doing something, you got to get with my man Floss. He be killing it. He be killing it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that tapped in. My man Spud Brooklyn over there on IG. Blessings to you, my brother. What up, my Terrence? I was waiting on you. I was about to call the police. On you, my Terrence. You know what I'm saying? You lacking. You supposed to be here. So we're going to find you. $5. Whenever I see you, you owe me $5. But no, shout out to my Terrence. Shout out to Gigi. Shout out to everybody tapping in. Shout out to my man Spud Brooklyn. Listen, hey y'all, I know y'all be tapping in and leaving. Before y'all leave, I really need y'all to do me a favor. If you got anybody in your family that that's dealing with some health problems, having problem, working their weight down, you know what I'm saying? Have a problem with that, just send a link to them. Just send a link to them. To be like, yo, go to this, that little yellow dude, he ain't gonna talk forever, but send them in here because we're gonna talk some good stuff about nutrition. We're gonna talk about diet. We're gonna talk about a little exercise. I don't exercise for shit. I be trying, but it's just boring to me. So I'm just telling you, I don't drink no more. So that's one thing. I figured that's why I made a deal with myself. Like, all right, you don't drink no more, so you ain't got to work out. But if you start drinking again, you got to work out. I think that's all right. So what my Terrence said, say, man, I had to go check on some of my people over there on TikTok. I follow how far so many people on so many different platforms. You get hectic. Yo, no, man, I know. I'm just messing with you, bro. He said get hectic. My man, my Terrence be supporting. And that's another thing. We need to get out. My man PC in the house. We need to get out and support everybody, yo. Like, we got a lot of people. Remember, I always say this is my motto. Support don't cost you nothing. How many of y'all paid money to come here today? How many of y'all paid money to come here today? Nobody, right? So all I'm asking you to do, go ahead, share. My Terrence, get on your thing, man. Tell them, share, subscribe to the Left-Handed Kings podcast on YouTube. You can follow us. You can follow me, DM the Most, on IG, YouTube, Facebook. You can follow King Barre, IG, YouTube, Facebook. Left-Handed King podcast. We're trying to make it live. I see my man PC up in here. You know what I'm saying? My man PC, that's another brother. He got type 1 diabetes. He said, I'm a skinny dude. He said, I ain't gonna say what he said, he said he a skinny dude. You know what I mean? He got type 1 diabetes. So that myth, that's a whole myth too. That you gotta be fat, you gotta look like Oprah from 86 to have diabetes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like bloated and shit, like the fat boys or something to get hypertension or high blood pressure. You don't, man. You know what I'm saying? My man thin, you know what I mean? He take care of himself. He still got the diabetes. So that's why we got this show today. We're gonna let me see where we at, because I told her I was gonna bring her up in a little bit. It's 8:46. I guess you ready to come up? Like, if you're ready to come up, I'll bring you up. She said I'm dying a slow death. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give y'all the queen of the chicken sandwich, the nutritionist that you never knew you needed, my homegirl Shanika. How you doing, Miss Shanika Smith? How you doing?
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm doing great, DM. Thank you for having me this evening.
Thank you for being here. So you heard my story, my little health scare I had 19 into 20. And you yourself, you can tell us a little bit about yourself, but have you had any scares like that?
No, I haven't, and I hope I don't.
Yeah, you don't want it.
No.
That shit crazy. Nah, so tell us, all right, so I'm gonna get into the questions, but while we got you here, just tell us a little bit about, what could put you on a journey to be nutritious and be healthy and stuff like that.
Alrighty, so I'm Shanika. Thanks for having me here, everyone. I'm from Portland, Jamaica. That's a small rural fishing village on the eastern side of the island. And growing up in Jamaica, my career path was to become a nutritionist. And I think the main reason for that was I'd like my nutritionist teacher, Miss Tamara Hilton. She just made a topic and the entire thing seemed so interesting. When I went on to 10th, 11th grade, I did the sciences, biology, chemistry. So then I had a great understanding of how nutrition plays its role in the body. And my interest just grew exponentially. And I said, this is it for me. I want to be a nutritionist. That way I can.
You could say the word exponentially. Like, you said it just like it ain't nothing. Like,
no.
Exponentially. All right, I'm gonna quit. Go ahead, keep going. Do your thing.
No. Yeah. So went into college. I thought I wanted to become a nutritionist, like I said, but I'm in Jamaica and I needed a skill set that was marketable, that I could get a job at the end of college, because you're going to invest in yourself. You're going to college. We may have 5, 4, 6 nutritionists on the island. I said, listen, the probability of me landing a job after becoming a nutritionist is next to none. So I dropped that career path and I chose information technology. Hey, I can become a teacher, work in the bank, insurance company, just about anything, studying IT. So hence, I took that career path on becoming a IT specialist.
Okay.
Went on to college, came to the United States each summer, work as it's a program. It's called Summer Work and Travel. So I came to Florida each summer, worked at the Waffle House, of all the places, the Waffle House. I worked there 4 summers in a row. And
how many fights you get into?
How many what?
Fights.
Oh, no, I did not get into any fights. Oh, no, I needed my visa. I need to be able to travel back and forth. I need to be able to go to school. But other customers did get into fight.
Bad.
And point of interest here, DM, at that Waffle House in Florida, we had a sheriff sitting in on weekends, because I worked the night shift from 9 in the night till 7 in the morning. So we had a sheriff sitting in from midnight till 5 in the morning. So that kind of alleviate the amount of fights that occur in there. So enough on the fight part.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, completed college, came to the United States, joined the army. Hey, again, I did not get the opportunity to become a nutritionist. You got to be a U.S. citizen in order to pick certain occupational specialty. So I chose logistics. So I became a 92 Alpha automated logistics specialist.
Thank you
Served
for
6 years, medically separated from service, then went on to grad school, did logistics again, still didn't know nutrition. Um, of course, other than in my personal space.
Hey, bring the
And
nutrition. Come on. Go ahead.
yes,
Go ahead.
complete grad school. Like I said, still no nutrition professional path. I'm now into acquisition and procurement. So that's my professional path in a nutshell. But I've always held nutrition dear and near to my heart at all times. As you can see, whenever you pass through, come by the house, I am at heart with nutrition. Because you made a statement earlier. I am a firm believer that we are what we eat and the
Yep.
company that we keep. That's what you're made up of. Oh yeah. What
Yes.
you eat and the company that you keep.
Yo, she dropping gems over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's why I titled it "You Are What You Eat." But thank you so much.
And I would like you to add and the company that you keep.
And the company that you keep. And the company that you keep. All right, right on. Yes, Mr. Nigga, we'll get there. We'll get on that. But I don't know how to go back because I'm not IT. I might cut the whole thing off if I try to change. So I'm gonna just leave it like that for right now. But all those are in here, like she said, you are what you eat and the company that you keep. Thank you for dropping that gem. Thank you for dropping that gem. I kind of want to get into the questions. We just talked through it, but I'm not gonna like hit you question for question. You kind of answered a little bit when I asked you about your Jamaican, kind of what your Jamaican heritage and your approach towards nutrition and healthy eating, both in the personal and professional career. You kind of touched on it, but like, what is something when you was in the military? While you was in the military, how did you maintain your fervor for being a nutritionist and watching your diet and your overall health? Can you talk to that? Because we eat. I was in the army too. We eat bad. Like we eat crappy. So go ahead.
All right, and I want to go back. I want to speak a little bit more on my Jamaican heritage and my upbringing.
Okay.
So, born and raised, rural fishing village in Jamaica. Any and everything that we eat was real food. When I say real food, I mean single ingredient food in its real form. We're eating apples, bananas, grapes. We're eating chicken, not chicken that's raised in a coop like we have it here with 5,000 chicken in a little 200 square meter space. We're talking chicken running around on the farm, eating bugs and roach and little corn and little stuff here and there. We're
Right.
eating cows that are raised on the farm, eating grass, resting under the tree out there in sunshine. We're eating fish that's kept, the fishermen caught from the ocean, fresh, real fish. You get the fish flipping and moving, and you hold it down, skin it off, scale it. It's a real fresh food.
I like you said something. You said something that I thought was dope. You said you were eating one ingredient food. Like one ingredient, single ingredient
food.
That's so dope because I didn't even think like I don't know if any of other people in the chat think like that. Think about that for a minute. When is the last time y'all had single ingredient food? Like, I mean, for real, Nick, seriously, you hit it out the park with that. I got goosebumps because it's like, damn, my corn, I get the corn from the HEB. We do try to eat fresh corn, but then that's sprayed down. Look, that's spray. I ain't gonna say it's fresh, but it's on the stalk still. Our string beans and stuff. I do eat broccoli that's loose, but then think about the poisons that's put on there. So even when you think you're eating single ingredient foods, you're really eating some chemicals in there too, a little bit, So
yeah. So
yeah.
that's just my upbringing. We're eating real food.
Right.
If you want a cake, you're gonna rub that butter and cane sugar and everything from the scratch, and you're gonna break those eggs, and you're gonna make that thing all from scratch. Like I said, you know exactly what's in your food, and you're making your food. So that's how I was born and raised, making our food.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You kind of touched on the question I asked, like, what? Tell us about the upbringing of it. And so that I strongly believe that as you're reared and as you grow, you kept that in your head. That was integral in your diet moving forward, right? You want to try to stay as close.
It is. And I like to change the narrative on this. I don't like to call it a diet. I call it a lifestyle. This is how we live. This is the norm. This is natural. This is not something that we have to justify and state, oh, Shanika is eating healthy. Why is everyone so amazed that we're eating nutritious food and we're doing what we're meant to do? You know, why is it? It should be, we should be at all when we're eating junk all day. Well, I don't want to call any big company's name, you know, I don't want to get
right.
sued or any crazy stuff like that. But that should, that is the case that we should be at all when we're not doing what we should be doing. And in this case is eating nutritious food, feeding the mind, body, and soul.
So don't say diet, say
Lifestyle.
lifestyle.
We're eating nutritious food. And for those of us who are eating nutritious food, I want us to say we're eating more nutritious food, because you have food that are nutritious and then you have food that more, some foods that are more nutritious than the other.
Right on. I'm putting that on the thing. Don't say diet, say lifestyle. And I like that.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because it gives you that little, you like, hey, you know, I'm doing my lifestyle. You know, I'm doing what I need to do. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So go back. I want to tap back into that question about in the Army, because we eat MREs. See, I know why Barry didn't come today. He don't think I know this. Last week I challenged Barry to eat the cake, the bread out of MRE. Did you hear me? Was you on it last week? I don't know if you tapped in last week.
No.
He was saying how he could do it. I see you, Cleo. Salute. He was like, I can eat the cake. I said, no, you got 2 minutes to eat the bread. Because I remember we used to have, I don't know how long you got out, how far you was in. You said 6 years, but they used to have crackers in the MREs. Now they got this bread, and it's still the same. And
yes. I remember the bread.
Yeah, and so I told him, I said, I challenge you. I challenged him to eat it in 2 minutes on this week's live. And now all of a sudden he got another obligation. Because I don't make him eat that bread.
We're definitely gonna hold him to that one.
Yeah, but yeah, in the Army, you were saying, like, so what did you do to keep your lifestyle going?
Alrighty. So one thing, if you don't plan, that means if you fail to plan, that means you plan to fail. So I always have my meals ready and available for me to eat in the morning time. Keep it as simple as possible. You have some boiled eggs, you have your toast, you're going to put some almond butter, and you're going to have a banana and a package of raspberries. So that's how I end up meeting Brian as well. Came to the motor pool, had my green smoothie, sipping command maintenance, whatever we were doing. He's like, oh, what are you drinking? What is that? Yes, I see you put meal plans. So always have your food ready. At the beginning of each week on Saturday or Sunday, whenever you go to the grocery store, just know what you're going to be eating for the week. Since Sunday, Brian knew he was going to be having a chicken sandwich and salad tonight.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, yeah, we have the meal plan for the entire week.
That's why you invite me over.
So throughout my time in the military, I always meal plan. I'm cooking. You know, we always have a microwave somewhere in the motor pool. I'm taking my lunch to work, making my own coffee. What do you call it?
Wait.
Just eating my food. Yes, I'm not going to the, well, I don't want to bash the defect. I'm not going to the PX and eat at the food court and go to all these fast food joints. I'm eating my food.
You said you making your own coffee.
Oh yeah. When I say make my, I love to travel back home. You're aware of that, DM. I love to go back home. So whenever I go back home, I try to bring back my own Blue Mountain coffee. And then, you know, they grind it or do whatever they need to get done to it, or hot chocolate, hot cocoa, whatever stuff. And then when I say make it my own, I mean just put it in my coffee maker and make my coffee instead of going to the store or the gas station and get coffee.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to bring back some of them coffee beans, and you know, roll them around in the green stuff too before you come. So, I'm just saying.
No. Because if you look at coffee, I have so much to say. Just when you look at the way the coffee is grew in Jamaica, they grew it in the mountains, so it's in its natural state. We don't put sugar and oil and bunch of crazy stuff on there. They roast it with charcoals and like I said, it's in its natural form as possible with next to none additives and preservatives.
Okay, okay, that's
Mhm.
what's up. Now you might get a whole lot of orders. People won't hear. They might be like, "Yo, I'll give you a couple of dollars, nigga. You bring me back some coffee." You know what I'm saying? But is there anywhere here that's this is a good thing? It's a good question. Is there anywhere locally that you found the better produce or the better foods? I mean, don't tell me we lost unless we go to Jamaica. No.
No, 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 no. No, I see a lot of products and stuff here labeled as organic.
Okay.
Of course, that was kind of strange to me when I came to the United States. I'm like, why are all some of the stuff saying organic and what does that mean? You
Right.
know, why is it one set of grapes is $3 and the next set is $10?
Dollars.
Oh yeah, that's three times the price difference. I'm like, something is wrong, you know. And if you look at the $3 grapes, they're big and shiny and look like they're about to explode. And then when you look at the $10 grapes, they're kind of like a little shiv, a little bit more
Right.
reserved, you know. That's because that grape was allowed to mature on its own, you know, with little to no fertilizer or the best possible quality fertilizer. This big shiny grape that looked like it's about to explode, God and He alone knows what they put on that grape. So I'm not saying we all have to go to Jamaica in order to get the best quality food. Of
Right.
course, I live here in Killeen, Texas, so I have to find a way to source the best quality food that I possibly can. And
Right.
one place that I've discovered where I can do that is Costco.
Okay.
And
Costco.
yep, and they recently opened one in Georgetown. So 20 minutes drive from the house.
Okay, yeah, about 20, 25 depend. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Costco. So listen, y'all, real quick, I'm gonna just chime in. You don't have to go to an island to get the natural stuff. You can find the stuff. I think what you're trying to say, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but go ahead and research the products that you're buying. Like, it don't take you long to just look at the back cut package to see, hey, this is organic or this is something that this is something that would be more healthier than the $10 grapes that's the size of baby apples. You know what I'm saying? You get the organic stuff because a lot of organic stuff is good for you too. So, but go on. I mean, I'll let you continue, please.
Yeah, and if you notice, I'm not even talking about reading labels because I'm trying to stay as clear of buying stuff that are in box and containers and packages. What I want us to focus on when you go to that grocery store, I want you to focus on this U shape. You start on this end with the produce and the fruits and vegetable. You make your way down. You get your meats and your fish and everything that you need. You
Right.
keep going around. You get your dairy, your cheese, your eggs, and your stuff, and then you pop up back up at the cash register and you get your butt out that grocery store. There's nothing in between those aisles for you. Nothing. It's all junk. It's all trash. You go in there, you got to start deciphering. You seen ingredients on the list, you can't even pronounce the names. They're like, what is this? Why does this syrup got 50 ingredients? I thought they
Right.
said it's maple syrup. Maple
Yeah,
syrup should just be maple syrup.
it's a
Oh,
chemical experiment.
yes, sir.
Hey, so Gigi asked a question. Gigi, that's my mom. She said, what about frozen vegetables?
Frozen vegetables are great, and frozen vegetables at times contain even more nutrients than fresh fruits and vegetables because they have a way of they blanch them, they put them in what do you call it, like super hot water real quick, take them out and then dip them in that frozen water. So I think that process is called blanching.
Blanching,
Something
that's
like
what it's
that.
called. It's called blanch.
Yes,
I do know that.
there
You
you go.
you
So
blanch.
that preserve and locks in the nutrient compared to it sitting out on the shelf. So once it is high quality fruits and vegetables that are frozen, they're labeled organic. Yes, frozen fruits and vegetables are acceptable.
Okay, right on, right on. And I will tell you, I'm not a heathen of the junk food either. When I was doing my smoothies, and my wife does her smoothies, we blanch our kale and we blanch our spinach, and then we blanch it, then we ball it in a fist, and we shrink wrap it and throw it in the freezer. And then that holds it in. It locks all those nutrients in. Then when we blend it up, we blend everything fresh because we just washed it. And you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know what blanching is. So shouts out to Yaya because my wife She be trying to do the right thing. And my wife is, she got that Thai culture in her. And so she always buying fresh fruits, fresh ginger, fresh roots, like, you know what I'm saying? She goes down to the they call it the Asian market, and so she goes down there. We get the rice. All our rice is jasmine, like real jasmine rice, not cut up plastic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even my mom's used to just buy the regular rice, whatever rice we had. But since my wife came into our world, my mama will not eat anybody rice or any kind of rice she eats. Try to eat organic. She does mixed vegetables. She does smoothies. My mama been doing that for she been getting it together. And I see it. And so that's another reason why I wanted you on here, to talk to the people that don't know. You know what I'm saying? My Terrence says this before I let you continue. My Terrence says that me myself, I eat a lot of frozen vegetables. I don't eat that much out of the can anymore, and that's a good thing. I mean that's exactly,
that's a great thing. Stay away from the can.
Yeah, stay away from the can for real.
And I want to add one thing, DM, to blanching. Like you said, you did it because you prefer the kale taste. You can do that to save as well. In the summer times, fruits and vegetables are more abundant, so they're cheaper. Hey,
Right.
during that time, take those freezer Ziploc deep bags and buy all your kale and your strawberries and raspberries and all your stuff for your smoothie. Blanch them, put them in the freezer Ziploc bags, and stack your deep freezer. That means during this time of year in the wintertime, you have strawberries that are there that you bought for $2, because right now strawberries are $12.
Right.
So during the winter month, you're not compromising your nutritional intake because of the cost of items.
Y'all see that? She teach you how to save money too. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. So everybody, well, not everybody. So in my research to get these questions together for you, I was doing a little research. I was on the job. You know what I'm talking about, at work. But I was looking at some stuff, and it was start talking about core principles of nutrition. And so my question to you is did you emphasize the most during your time in the military? Your core principles as far as the food that you eat, like how does those principles apply to the general population, or what is Shanika's core principle? I think you already touched it. If I'm right, you said eat fresh, try to eat as fresh as possible, frozen vegetables, and make the U shape in the supermarket. Try to stick to that and try to stay away from the process. Go ahead.
That's all pointers, DM. Where I want to start, where if you're brand new and you're fresh and you're accustomed to the American lifestyle where we eat all junks and crazy food, what I want you to do is start by taking the time to educate yourself, because you can't go on this blind journey, your eyes closed, don't even know to spell nutrition, don't understand the meaning, no nothing. You got to take the time to educate yourself. And in this day and age, we all have access to Dr. Google. Dr. Google is right here 24/7. Ask Dr. Google. See, DM got his podcast here. There are endless podcasts out there. There are Facebook groups. There are books. There are documentaries. There are libraries. There are everything out there. Take the time to give yourself some basic understanding of nutrition and its importance, how it plays a role in your daily life.
All right. And you're not telling them to do 180. You're not saying
no.
180.
I'm not telling you it's an all or nothing approach. Something is better than nothing. But if you're at DMH now and you had those life scared and all those crazy stuff going on, you're at a junction now where you need to be an all or nothing approach. You need to make that change, and make that change right now, and know that you're doing this for you. So that's my philosophy on nutrition. First and foremost, take the time to educate yourself. That way you have an understanding. You're not jumping on it like it's a fad. Oh, I'm eating nutritious, I'm doing this because you think it's cool or something nice to talk about. It is important.
Right.
If you don't take care of your health, you're going to take care of your illnesses. And that's
a bar. Hold on, you can't skip over that. You can't skip over that. Hold on, say it again. I'm typing it. I'm gonna put it in there.
Listen, if you don't take care of your health, you're gonna take care of your illnesses.
Health. Take care. I can't type fast.
That is fine. Oh yeah, I'm coming to that now. And I know some of us might say, well, we might have to take care of both. That is true, but when you get sick, if you do get sick, the better healthy state you're in, the easier it will be for you to focus and fight your illnesses. And I know we say, not say, we're all going to die. We're human beings. This is the only way to exit there. We're going to die. But don't focus on dying. You want to have the best quality of life while you're here. If I'm here for one more day, 100 more years, I want to have the best quality of life possible. I want to be able to go to the bathroom, take a poo, take a pee, clean my butt, you know? I
Right.
want to be able to brush my teeth, wash my face. I want to be able to get up out this chair without getting help.
Right. Man, I'm leaving that right there. Until somebody comes with something else, I'm leaving that sitting right there. If you don't take care of your health, you're gonna take care of your illnesses.
Oh,
And
yes.
and that's straight up. That's straight up and down. I really think it's dope. Look, Bernie says she think it's dope too. So that's something y'all might want to write that on your refrigerator. You know what I mean? Write that. You know what I'm thinking right now? I think that you should write that list, that saying right there. If you don't take care of your health, you're gonna take care of your illnesses on top of every grocery list. Think about that. What you think, Nate? No, seriously, right on top of every grocery list. So when you're going in there getting them, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm addicted to the strawberry shortcake cakes that's in HEB. I'm addicted to them, and I'm like, oh, it got strawberry, so it's healthy. I know it ain't healthy, but so I don't buy them like that. But I'm just saying, we really, for real, like if you my age or below, or you older than me, it's time right now. Like she said, she ain't saying do a 180. She's not saying stop what you're doing, put this down and start drinking like vinegar water or something. She's saying, take your time with it. It's so easy to f up. That's my next question. So Peace said it's so easy to mess up. When you're trying to eat right. So is there any educational tools that you yourself or resources that people could look into? I know you don't have a web page or nothing like that, but is there anything that you could say, hey, go look at this and this might help you out?
Like I stated earlier, take the time, go Dr. Google. I know we like to watch a lot of Facebook reels and Instagram reels and what do you call the next one? TikTok reels and stuff. Don't get too caught up in that. Just simple Google nutrition. You understand the macronutrients. You have the carbohydrates, you got your proteins, and then you got your fat, then you got all your minerals and vitamins. Once you know them, and then after you know them, you're like, okay, I understand the macronutrients, the vitamins, the minerals. I know which vitamins are water soluble, which are fat soluble. Then I get into, okay, what role does each vitamin, minerals, and stuff plays in the body? Then you start understanding them. And another thing, before I keep going, DM, we need to know where we're at. And in that, I mean, each one needs to know the state of their blood, their overall health. I can be here talking about nutrition. When was the last time you did a basic blood work?
I know when I got mine.
There you go. Do you know your glucose level? Do you know your potassium level, your iron level, your magnesium level? Do you know the normal range? Do you know where they should be at? Do you know any of that? So we want to start there, because you don't want to go out there and blend a bunch of kale juice and spinach juice, and then, you heard, this guy got too much mercury, too much whatever going on. You need to have a good understanding of your health, the state that you're in, and educate yourself, and then you can start your approach.
Okay, we just talking, going back and forth. I want to read some of the chats. I don't know if you can see the chats. I'm gonna read some too.
No, I can't.
Okay, so some of the chats says, so Peace Rhymes in Life said that it's easy to F up. Of course, he said even when you create a plan. My Terrence wanted to ask you, what is a good brand supplement to take for cholesterol that's natural, or what's something that you could take for cholesterol? Do you know of anything that's natural that could assist?
So, again, remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. Yes, I want to put that disclaimer out there. Yes, I'm neither of those health professional. I don't know of any supplements, and I am not a fan of supplements, because a lot of supplements got a lot of bull jives in it. Got A, B, C, she, and the whole lady. So I'm not a fan of supplements, especially here in the United States. They say you're taking B12, but you're taking B12 and dirt and rubbers and whatever else mixed with it. So I am not a fan of supplements. What I'm a fan of is finding means and way to control or lower your cholesterol, and that takes on into account how active you are, your whole lifestyle, your sleeping pattern, your dietary intake, of course.
Right.
So some good fats that you need to what do you call it? You need avocado, anything avocado oil, avocado stuff. You need exercise, and you need to stay away from all the food that's messing up your cholesterol, all these seed oils, corn oil, um all these over processed food. You need to stay away from processed food.
As best you can. So air fryer. What's up? Back to the lab. I see you in here. So air fryer. Do you guys have an air fryer?
Oh, air fryer. Oh Lord Jesus. I am listen, we're gonna be here all night if you get me talking about air fryer. No, you gotta start understanding air fryers. You gotta understand what you're cooking with, not just the ingredient that's in the pot. What type of pot are you cooking in? Because these air fryers are lined with aluminum and all kind of crazy stuff. So when you start cooking in the aluminum, you think you're making a nice wild caught sea bass or something. You got all this metals and all this crazy stuff going in the food, transferring the food. That's just going to mess up your body. So you want to get an air fryer that is lined with stainless steel.
Okay.
So all those air fryers where you see the black and all that crazy stuff in there, no, you want one that is lined with pure stainless steel. And the one that I currently use is I'm not affiliated with any brand. I'm not supporting any brand, but this is the one I use that I know is lined with pure stainless steel. It's from Ninja.
The Ninja air fryer.
Uh-huh. And they have one that is lined with the crazy stuff too, but there's one, it's kind of like a rectangular shape. It's more elongated this way instead of being high. It's set up this
Okay.
way.
Okay. Okay. We'll get into so if y'all into my mom's got an air fryer. I'm gonna probably purchase one in a little bit in the near future. So make sure y'all checking on what it's made out of. And she's not promoting any one brand. Any
No.
brand with it can do it, but for her, she found that the Ninja was the best for her. Let me go over here. Go back into this for a second. So Gigi asks, what about meats and fish? Can you talk about meats and fish and bread? If you can throw it all in one.
All righty then, Gigi. Meat and fish. Again, we're back to Max.
That's Max.
Oh yeah, Max is making sense. No, excuse us, everyone.
Good. I'm surprised my dog ain't barked yet. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Baby, get Max. So for fish, meat, any of our high protein food, we need to source. Well, first, let me tell you a story.
Go
When I
ahead.
came here, when I keep saying came here, when I came to the United States, because I came in 2013, so I'm still fairly new to the United States, and I saw we had grass-fed butter, grass-fed beef. I'm like, why did they need to say grass-fed? What else are cows eating? Because in Jamaica, all cows only eat grass. So I didn't know the need to highlight that this is grass-fed, and of course, the grass-fed pasture raised is $20, and the next one is $2. Like, where else do they raise the cows? So back to your question, Gigi, you need to eat get meat that are raised on pastures, on farm, meaning they're free range. The cows can walk around, get their exercise, eat their food, be out in the natural elements. Same thing with the fish. You need wild caught fish. Fish that are way out in the Atlantic or Pacific, wherever ocean they go and catch those. You want to stay away from the farm raised fish, because
Yeah.
those are contaminated. They put colorings, they give them antibiotics, they give them a bunch of stuff, and these fish don't have any space to swim or move. They're just kind of just
They
there
just doing
listed up.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I've seen that. So
So
that helps. Go ahead.
so we're doing pasture raised, wild caught. Look for those two keywords when you're buying meat: pasture raised, grass fed, wild caught.
Right on. Right on. And so Montana said that he takes Metamucil as a natural nutrient. It has a natural nutrient and it helps him stay, regular, not constipated. But I'm gonna touch on this one. If you have to take that to be natural or to have, then you need to check your diet for real, because anything you eat should be able to pass through you. Unless you got some kind of like, unless people have a real medical situation where it causes them to be constipated. I do know that if you can't be regular, I'm gonna tell you what I ate a lot of like cucumber. I do eat pickles. I try to stick to the natural deals, But pickle, and people laugh at me. I tell people this. I told King this the other day. He ain't here to defend himself, but he was kind of backed up. And so I told him, he said, man, I'm feeling kind of stuck. And I'm like, dude, go get you some of that pickle juice. Go eat you a pickle and drink you some water. I said, the rivers will run free. Trust me. Like, you got to know, it's like the trick to it, or it's not even a trick. You just got to know what foods you have to eat. Water. He said something about he drinks plenty of water. Water is fine too. Get drinking a lot of water. You always need water intake, but you can also get a lot of the nutrients from the lettuce, because the lettuce traps water. Eating lettuce, eating celery, eating like I said, cucumbers, the water vegetables, those help a lot too to keep you regular. I do know that. But yeah, go ahead, Nick. You on it.
All right, just to add on to that information, DM constipation, you need a lot of fiber. Fiber is the gut best friend. Fiber is the broom, the vacuum, the mop, the fibrinosa, the everything for the intestine. You need fiber. And you have water soluble fibers and you have fat soluble fiber. So you need to combine it. The fat soluble ones are, of course, the hard ones in quinoa, kiwi, in your sweet potatoes, in your wheat, and your grains and stuff. And then you have the water soluble fibers that is in your fruits and vegetables, in your banana, your raspberry, blueberry, strawberries, all the different berries of that sort. But to finalize my answer on Gigi question for bread, Gigi, I am going to say that there are no good breads here. The only good bread that's here is the one that you make at home. Because if you do try to even get sourdough bread or something like that from Whole Foods, when you really key into the ingredients, they put honey in there or something. Where do they get the honey from? We have a lot of fake honey going around. We have a lot of fake ingredients. They say milk. What kind of milk? They're not telling you exactly. So you don't know. And let me tell you something about business. They're in business to make money. They're not in business to keep us healthy. So they're going to shortchange and shortcut at any way possible. So let us not leave it into their hand to dictate or determine what goes into our body. Let's make it our core responsibility. Take charge of this. This is me. We only have one body, one life. So we're going to pour into this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you said you're not a nutritionist, but I'm going to tell you, you're very knowledgeable. I think that's a path that you would have no problem sliding over into. And you're talking to us and not at us, and you're telling us what, you're giving us what it's all about. And a lot of us kind of know some of the information, but some people have been tapping in like, man, I didn't know that. Thank you for that. I didn't know this and that and the third. But now you're putting it all together. You're kind of gluing everything that some people are talking about and other people talking about. Now you're putting it all together and you're making it very understandable. And I appreciate it, because now I'm thinking, while you're talking, I'm like, man, I need to go do this and I need to check for the pasteurized meat and this, that, and the third. So I'm definitely going to take your advice. But this is what my auntie said, our body is our temple.
Oh, yes, indeed, auntie. And I know all the good stuff they're more expensive, but another gym to drop here, if you're cheap on the front end, you're going to go bankrupt on the back end, because I don't know the cost of insulin. I don't know the cost of all these high blood pressure medicine. I don't know the cost of each dialysis session. I don't know the cost of any of those outrageous stuff, and I'm trying not to know the cost of any of those stuff, because trust me, the insurance company, the drug company, they're banking on us to keep eating all our chips, seed oil, staying inflamed, not exercising, because they're just sitting there waiting, checking their list. How many intake we got today? We need this more, because I was just reading that comment. So take care of ourselves and don't give them the gratification or the numbers that they desire. Let us take care of us.
Right on. Well put. So I didn't want to keep you long or whatever. Man, I'm having a good time talking. So I don't mind you sticking around, but
no. I take a lot of pride in this, and I love to inform people. Let us know. Let us be aware. And as like you said, especially our community, they like to tell us, oh, the probability of a African American person getting diabetes and this that is so much higher. It's hereditary. It's this bullshit. It is what you eat, your lifestyle. You know, eating all this processed food, high syrup, corn syrup, all this seed oil. They love to put vegetable oil. The vegetables don't have any oils in it. Let me tell you that. Let me stick a pin there. There's no such thing as no damn vegetable oils. Zero.
No, I've been saying that for years. Like, what vegetable are they squeezing to get this oil up out of? Because I have yet to see a vegetable squeeze it. Like, if that's the case, let me go get an apple and like squeeze it into the pan and cook a steak right quick. You can't do it. Ain't no oil in that.
No.
I know they'd be like, no, we get the extract, but I mean, if you got to go to extract, if you can't just get it, then there's a problem. To me, is a problem with that. If you got to boil it down to the minute fiber of a chemical to create that oil, I don't think that's right oil. That's the right oil. So I think you touched on it, but can you tell me what oils do you use?
You were asking the question. That's exactly what I was coming with. So sorry. I'm using a series of oil. First, I'm using olive oil. And there's a trick to olive oil. When you're buying olive oil, you need to turn the back of the container, look on the back, and you need single source origin olive oil. You need to see made in Italy, made in Spain, made in Portugal, made in what do you call that one? France. If you see a combination of places, 5 different countries, no, bad olive oil. They done mix up God knows what in there. Single origin olive oil. That way, you know, hey, it's real. And of course, olive oil, you know, is mainly from Italy and Spain. So I like to stick with those 2 countries when it comes to olive oil. I use that one to make my salad dressing and, you know, drizzle over stuff. And then for cooking, I use avocado oil. And that's another oil that they have tampered with in this market. They have a lot of fake avocado oils out there. The one that I use is called Chosen. It's in a green bottle. And then, of course, whenever I go to Jamaica, I get that real fresh coconut oil.
Yeah, see.
Oh, yes.
Coconut oil. So you can get oil I know you can get oil from coconut.
Yes.
Look, my auntie says she's going in the kitchen right now to check her oil right now.
And make sure your oil, whenever you buy them, make sure they're in glass container. So those plastic container oil,
Yeah, because you remember when we was like, I know you deployed, right? You deployed before?
No.
Okay, so they used to keep the water bottles in the sun, and come to find out, the water bottles it's purified water and all this, but they put it in the sun and those chemicals break down in the water. So when you go buy, and I always I'll be like, let's get some water. And they'd be like, well, let's go ahead and get at the gas station. They had the waters all piled up. Don't do that, because that water been sitting there. Not that it's got gas oil in it, but the sun is gonna start breaking down the chemical compounds of those plastic bottles. So if you got to get a temperature. You don't know if it's been sitting out, but I always try to get the temperature regulated waters that's inside the supermarkets and stuff like that, because of the whole Iraq situation. When I was in Iraq, they used to have a big kettle bottles just sitting out. It's get 120 degrees over there, and you just get it and then you put it in the shade for it to cool down and drink it, thinking everything good, and it wasn't.
And like I said, to add to that, DM, that's called microplastic. And that's why you need to stay away from the plastic containers as well. That plastic toothbrush you got in your bathroom. I know a lot of us got plastic toothbrush. You need to get that bamboo bristle thing. Because if you look at it, I saw a study. I don't recall exactly where, but when they look at all the plastic stuff that we use as human beings, at the end of each year, the amount of microplastic that we consume equates to about 12 credit cards. If you look at small cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the amount of plastic. And of course, our digestive system and body can't process that. So it's somewhere in there lodging in the kidney, the liver, somewhere in the tracts.
Yeah, it's just sitting there waiting to be turned into a Chase credit card so I can overdraft. You're right. I don't need. Look, it's bad enough. Even when you get rid of the credit card, you still got one in your booty.
You still got one in your booty somewhere.
Somewhere. So no, yeah, that's dope. Future of nutrition is the next thing I want to touch on right quick. Like, where do you see, like, I'm just from not just you, but what you've seen with your friends, your peers and stuff like that, people just broad sweeps in general, how people are trying to come into a more nutritional balance lifestyle, right? They're trying to do it. What do you see the future? How do you see the future? You know what I'm saying, as far as nutrition goes? It's
Uh,
a broad thing.
all right, nutrition as a whole, especially here in the States, where our home is highly compromised. For one, we have the Food and Drugs Administration grouped together. That should never be. Those duties should be completely segregated. They should have them in different. You can't have the same person watching the thing as the same one pouring it in there. That is really bad. So the drug section of it, of course, doesn't regulate the food market because they want us to get sick. They want us to,
Right.
okay, so make the bad food, make all the stuff because we need them over this side so they can get their insulin, get their high blood pressure medicine. If we're giving them cucumbers and broccolis and stuff, then the insulin got to sit on the shelf over here and we're not making any money. So, of course, they don't want that. So, like I said, the nutrition component of this country is just highly compromised, and we are greedy. We love money and power and everything else, and I don't see it going anywhere. I think us as individuals just have to take the stand and make sure you can protect and procure what needs to be done for yourself and your family. I cannot go out here and dictate what DM or what anyone else eat, but I can damn sure dictate what Shanika, Brian, and Max eat. Even my dog Max. Max is not allowed to eat all that crazy stuff.
Listen, y'all don't know Max. Max eat he eat real food, like rice and vegetables and stuff like that. Like that dog.
Chicken.
I said, look, I went to their house one time. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I went to their house one time. I looked in the dog bowl like, damn, did y'all give him the leftovers or something? Brian, like, nah, that's what we feed him. I'm like, man, this dog eat better than most humans I know. Like for real. You go to some houses, ain't nothing but hot pockets and microwave pizzas in their fridge. This dog eats fresh vegetables. So she really takes this serious. And I appreciate it. But now let's talk about the one thing I really want to talk about before I ask this question on here. What's up with the chicken sandwiches? When I'm gonna come over get one? When you gonna hook me up? Man, I
always have chicken sandwiches on deck. And that's what I talk about, having food readily available. If I had planned to make baked chicken and mashed potatoes, and for whatever reason, hey, I get to consume in work or I had appointments or something happened, I just don't feel like cooking. Guess what? I can always turn to making a quick chicken sandwich, make a nice salad, cut up some sweet potato, make some sweet potato fries.
And what's that tray you gave us? I had a picture of it.
It's a charcuterie board.
She made me a charcuterie board. I didn't know what the hell that was. You're like, I'm making a charcuterie board. I'm like, okay. You go to somebody's house and they make some nasty stuff. You're like, I'm gonna just eat a little bit of it and push it to the side. Man, we cleaned the tray.
Baby, why you bring me this? This is baby juice. Look at him. He needs to finish his juice for the day.
Ooh, what is that? Beet juice?
It's beet, cherry.
Oh, cherry.
Turmeric, ginger, and I think I put an apple in there for some taste.
Look at that.
Come drink your thing.
Yeah, come on, drink. Come on, baby, drink your stuff.
And listen, look at it. You can see the color. This is anything that is associated with your blood. This will fix it. So for us that have high blood pressure, that have anemia, that whatever else is going on with your blood, you need to stick to red stuff, red food, red fruits and vegetables.
Right. Look who popped in, Nate. Nate, look who came on here. Look who popped on here.
Who?
Jabari.
Hey, Mari. Yeah, sis nutritionist is in the building.
That's right. Yeah.
And trust me, he got some of my lectures. He came to the house. I stood there for maybe an hour and I gave him a nice, good lecture. I'm like, don't be bringing that pizza box back in the house. If you come in, you hungry, you didn't get to eat, trust me, I will make you a meal when you get here. No pizza, no sodas, none of that stuff. And
we be robbing you of them Uzis, the Easies, them drinks. Man, listen. I'm gonna tell you, I told Brian this. I said I saw him when I went to Sam's Club. I said, but you know what? No, I ain't gonna go get none. I'm just wait till I go over to Brian's house and drink his.
You're killing me.
I know, I love it. Yo, thank you, sis. I got a couple more questions that I want to throw in.
Go ahead.
Yeah, P asked a question. He said, we went over what's organic or not already. I'm trying to find it where he said, "Oh, how do we know?" I put it on here so you can read it too. So how do we know what vegetables are real and what is man-made, or is that a myth? I can tell you right now, ain't no such thing as cotton candy grapes. Ain't no such thing as cotton candy watermelon. Man, I would never eat that. I would never
Or ain't no such thing as seedless watermelon, seedless grapes,
that part.
seedless all that nonsense, seedless cucumber, seedless. No.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, run away from seedless.
Yes. So we're looking for stuff with our seed. We need our fruits and vegetables with our seeds. We need them to be organic as best as we possibly can. And what's the next one? Those are the main two. Like I said, seeds and them being organic. And stay away from this alteration stuff in its natural form. You don't want to hear anything about cotton candy grapes or all this nonsense or butter lettuce or something. I'm like, what is butter lettuce? What does that mean? You know?
I still don't know what it means. Like, do they dip it in butter or something? Like, I don't know.
I don't understand either. So stick to what you know. You know, a carrot is supposed to be elongated. It's supposed to be orange. It's supposed to have that little green stem at the top. You know what it looks like. So
Yeah,
if you
get
see all a round carrot or crazy stuff, you be like, yeah, we need to stay away from this one.
Yeah. Well, I do know this. In Japan, they actually their watermelon fields, they take the watermelons and they grow them in boxes so they come out square. Now that's real, but they leaps and bounds ahead of America as far as eating natural. The Asian diet is and like I say, shout out to Yaya because she got that tie up in her. So she always when we have stir fry, like she'll make a stir fry. Like seriously, this is what we need to do. We need y'all to come together and cook for me and Brian and make chicken sandwiches and that chicken stir fry she be making, that vegetable stir fry she make. Chef Kiss, I'm telling you, I'm good. I'll be all right. I'll be all right after that. But no, yeah. P said lemongrass is lemongrass. Lemongrass is a real thing.
Yeah, lemongrass is a real thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
It is.
Yeah. So I mean, some of the names, it sounds crazy, but we're talking about the hybrid crossovers. Yellow. I don't even know if yellow watermelons are real. I've seen a yellow watermelon before, but all melons. That's another good source for hydration. Too.
Hydration.
Yeah, hydration. That's what and that's what I was trying to say earlier. With cucumbers and celery and watermelon, these things have hydration in them. Something you get hydrated and also get fiber is apples as well. So I do know a little bit about something. I just don't always practice what I preach. And he say, so P say HEB ain't it. HEB has good stuff in some, and like we're not saying they're bad. Listen, let me go ahead and do the pre. We're not saying any products that we talk about is bad or any restaurants or any not restaurants but markets. But he's asking about HEB. HEB does have organic vegetables. HEB has organic things, natural pasteurized meat. HEB has great vegetables. So that's still a good place to go. But I'm gonna tell you like what you just said. Go to an Asian market. You want to get the roots. When you want to get real roots and like beans and grain, they ship their stuff straight from wherever it comes from. You know what I'm saying? They can't all go back like Shanika goes back from time to time to Jamaica, but they send it over. And them people be in there. You can just go look at it. And the prices is affordable. They literally have bags of jasmine in burlap sacks that came straight over from, and we pay for it. We may pay a little more because of the bulkness of it, but we'll always have real rice in our house. I don't know if you've seen that. I keep bringing up rice. Shanika, did you ever see that thing where they was showing that the rice is really like pieces of plastic?
Oh yes, I saw that one.
Yeah, I was like, holy smokes! But you'll never find that. So just like she said, get on Dr. Google, people. Research. Just like you can go watch that fight with Lakeisha fighting old girl, baby daddy, and all that stuff. You can go right on Google and look up, hey, where can I find the most healthy food, or what's good, what's in vegetable oil if it's no vegetables.
Yeah,
things of that nature. Just research it, folks.
And to add to this, DM, HEB is good. I love HEB. You know, I go to HEB all the time. But
Yeah.
the reason why I mention Costco is that it's more cost effective. If you're planning to eat strawberries every morning, because I love strawberries, I love all the berries. So you might hear me say berries a couple times. I love
Okay.
strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, acid berry, any type of berry. You're not going to be able to eat all that every day if you're buying it from HEB because it's going to be too expensive, especially in its organic form. When you go to Costco, you can buy 24 pasture raised organic egg for $8. At HEB, you're only getting 12 for $8.
Right. Yeah. It's also like I was saying, I was joking, but you also saying if you buy in bulk. And I do talk to my moms about doing that. So I say buy in bulk because you never know if they're gonna run out of what you need. And then it lasts longer. You don't have to go to the market every week to buy that little bag of organic, whatever you get it in bulk, you got it for a time. And
Mm.
usually a lot of that stuff sits a long time. Like you said, the imitation honey, not so much, but honey never goes bad. People don't know that
No.
if you got real honey, you got a jar of honey from the 70s and crack it open, and it's gonna taste just like the honey that it came out the tree. So you just gotta, I'm coming around to eating honey. I don't really care for honey like that, but I did get away from the dyed sugars. I don't drink. I don't use white sugar anymore. You know, I'll use the it's cane sugar and
Yep.
it's uncolored cane sugar. So I use stuff of that nature. I can't think
I-
of this other one.
I'm not a fan of that sugar as well. DM, it's high. It got a high glycemic index, meaning it converts to glucose really quick, so it heightens your blood sugar real quick. As soon as you drink that cup of coffee or juice with it in there, your blood sugar content is way up here. You have that high spike compared to if you use honey or coconut sugar or date sugar,
I,
where you're gonna
yeah,
have that slower spike. It's gonna go up, then it's go down. Or it's going to take maybe 2-3 hours to get up to that point that the cane sugar went up to in 5 minutes.
yeah, yeah,
And that's the issue we're having. We're eating all this high processed food. As soon as it hit the bloodstream, you have that rush. So, bam, in 5 minutes, you have so many grams or whatever of sugar in the blood. No, you want to eat real food that takes its time, it's systematic. 1, 2, 3 small steps, releasing slowly in the bloodstream, giving the body time to process and use the food. If you eat this food and everything just rush into your bloodstream, you're
yeah,
sitting back here. You're gonna watch TV. You're chilling. You're relaxing.
yeah. You get that quick high, and then you
Crash.
down.
And then you're
Right.
hungry 2 hours later.
Yeah, straight up, straight up. I'm with you on that.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you on that. Man, you've been a wealth of knowledge today. I do appreciate you. I mean, seriously, like all jokes, no jokes at all. But I really appreciate you coming in, talking to us a little bit. Anytime you want to come back to the Left Handed Kings podcast to drop some ditties on us, please do come by. You're more than well. Of course, you're welcome because we got to come to your house to make music. So yeah, he's like, I come knock on the door. He's like, well, I'm not on the show.
Yeah, go away.
Go away. Brian can't play. He put his toys away. No, but no. Just give him a little. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. Talk to him. We're gonna shut down this portion of it, and then I'm gonna just do some admin stuff, and then we're gonna get up out of here. But go ahead, talk to him for a little bit.
All right. I know we have been harping on nutrition throughout the entirety of the program, but I also want us to shift our focus to exercise. We need exercise. And when I say exercise, I don't mean you gotta go run 12 miles or run 12 miles. I mean we need cardiovascular training, that sort, and we also need resistance training because we need to build muscle mass. Muscle is your best friend. We need a lot of muscle. And the only way you're gonna build muscle, grow them and maintain them is via resistant training. Meaning pushing dumbbells, some form of weight band, something for resistance training. You need your nutritious food. You need cardiovascular exercise, resistant training. You need to sleep, 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 sleep. I know we like to idolize the hustle, bustle, rush culture, but don't underestimate the importance of rest. We need to sleep. And when I say sleep, I don't mean 3-4 hours nap. We need to get in that real sleep, release that melatonin, all that good energy and am I still here? DM, can you hear me?
Yes, you still there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Still there. I just shut
Release
down.
all the hormones that are needed in order to heal the brain, heal the body, get it recovered, and ready for the following day. So it's multiple components to health and wellness: food, exercise, sleep, stress level, serving God, and friends and family.
I know that's right. You said, man, thank you for throwing that in there. Friends, God. So make sure you, I don't know, I got a gnat in here or something. But yeah, friends, God, family, and always enjoy a good laugh. Cause I'm gonna make sure y'all laugh. So,
Oh yeah, that's one of the best medicine
Yeah.
out there. Laughter. You need that one.
I
And
appreciate it. Go ahead.
yeah, your friends and family gonna help keep you on track, keep you reeling. I don't know if I sound like an extremist today when it came to nutrition. I am not. I reassure you, I am not. I'm not saying if you eat one lollipop you're gonna drop dead. But if every time you have that sweet tooth you want a lollipop, something is wrong. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, chat. Everybody, send some love right quick to Shanika, man. Let her, tell her thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because she really took her time out to assist. And like she said, she loves talking about it. But I'm glad that she loves sharing it as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I put Barry.
Well, team, thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all, and I hope I've touched and reached you in some way, shape, or form, influence you, and to at least take the initiative to, want to do more and better for yourself. Yes, thank you, thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you again, sis, for coming in for real. Like, and I'll be over there this weekend. Get one of them chicken sandwiches.
One of them chicken sandwich. All right, we're gonna have plenty of chicken sandwich over here for you.
I ain't taking nothing home. I'm not bringing nothing home. I'm just letting it be known. No, but I thank you for real. Thank you for taking the time out, Shanika. Again, for real. If y'all want to get in touch with her, I don't know. Is that your thing? Your address?
No, I don't have any address or any meaning modes. I'm working on that. I do believe that I have a call or a cause for nutrition, and I'm working on something where I can have more where people can have access, readily available, have access to me, or have a means and mode of communicating with me, but I'm not there yet. So if you have any question, ask DM. And Brian keep yelling out in the background, say, I need to say travel. I'm a travelholic. I love to travel. You say travel to me, you're on a plane. Matter of fact, my sister and I went to London 2 weeks ago, and we're in London, and we just bought a train ticket and we went to Belgium, just got dark chocolate and stuff and came back. So next month we're out the country again. I got to keep that one a secret. So we're going to be sharing some information on that. DM is going to give insight on it once it comes alive.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey man, thank you so much, sis, for real. Shouts out to you. And when you do give it up and running for your nutrition and your life wellness, your lifestyle. When you get that going, please share it so we can put that out there to everybody and let them know. I'm telling you right now, you did nothing but help today. You did great. I appreciate you coming in. You made this podcast popping with your information, your wealth of knowledge. My fault. Thank you guys for coming in. I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was really insightful. Again, thanks to Shanika for coming in and helping us out. And that, like I said, that was from December. That was from January 24th. That was about nutrition. Step in tomorrow. We'll have a live podcast tomorrow, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We couldn't do it tonight. We had other things going on. But other than that, thank you. God bless. Have a great night.